welcome back. Today we're gonna have the big wrestling stories. Since what you heard about the 18 women was announced at the Royal Rumble. I was supposed I was looking forward about they got 18 top women's of in the Royal Rumble. I just heard I was shocking to hear about Mickey James. It just went sideways with Impact Wrestling. Mickey James was not resigned to Impact Wrestling because Scott D. Moore on everything on Impact Wrestling because Daniel Palazzo says ha ha hoo hoo, and I just really hard about that story about that. Mickey James is coming back to the WWE in the Royal Rumble, and I just heard about that story about Impact Wrestling, and we got 18 women is coming to and the Royal Rumble is opens the door, and this is a passing to see an Impact Wrestling stars is going to the in the main event at 18 women is going to WWE at the Royal Rumble. It's Flying Ding. I just very hard. This tweet about Sasha Banks. It says right here on the tweeted Sasha Banks. It says, "And sorry it, ladies, because when I come back, I'm coming back for everything." 30 women. I just got real lucky. So that's already hard. This tweet about Sasha Banks. It says Sasha Banks is doing fine because everything's not broken financially. It's like stories about Sasha Banks because Sasha Banks was really good, talented. Last Sunday, Sasha Banks is a back breaker in North Carolina last Sunday. And Charlotte Flair is in pain. And Sasha Banks is shoved to in the turnbuckle and strained Sasha Banks for instantly recalls and we quote and Sasha Banks went back to the backstage and help and the referee stops. And that's just really hard. My dad that tweeted out Sasha Banks. So I want to see that on the tweeted of Sasha Banks. That's I really heard Sasha Banks tweeted out on Twitter. And Sasha Banks is doing fine. And currently, because Sasha Banks is doing fine, because Charlotte Flair came back to North Carolina and panned, 1, 2, 3. This is really good. Those wrestling stories about that, because Mickey James is not resigned to Impact Wrestling, and Mickey James is coming back to the women's 30 women in the Royal Rumble. Just announcing of 30 women in the Royal Rumble. We got Summer Rae, Mickey James, Melissa McCall, and Hall of Famers, and Mickey James is only one star on Impact Wrestling Knockout Champion. I think Impact Wrestling is currently surprised to see Mickey James come back to the women's Royal Rumble. There'll be a really good story about that, but anyway, I just really heard that story about Sasha Banks and Sasha Banks will miss at women's Royal Rumble. Maybe a best thing for her. So that's I really heard about the full story because of that, because Impact Wrestling didn't sign with Mickie James of that. So currently Mickie James is going to the Women's Royal Rumble. This will be really good. And Deonna Purrazzo wants a title back when Mickie James is gonna drop the title, and it came back to the WWE, the Women's Royal Rumble, and because of that, I just really hard about that anyway. So I just really hard just the full story. So that's I really hard about that. So I will get dots comment down below on YouTube.com. So I will get your dots. You comment down below. Give me just subscribe right here. Give me thumbs up. And I'll take it next time. I'm from the next video. Peace out.